Okay, what's up, everyone? I just watched the last video I made, and it wasn't very good. I was blocking your point of view as I was writing and things of that nature. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that, but I apologize if that was of any inconvenience to you. So now, let's go back to what we were doing. We just talked about identifiers, and it's a token that starts with a letter or underscore, and only letters, digits, and underscores are within the token. And I should say that it only consists. I should put this word consists right here. Consists of. That should make it less confusing when you read back over your notes, and the logic of the sentence makes it more clear exactly what an identifier is. So now we're going to move on. Go away. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is talk about something very, very, very important. And this is a comment. Oh, uh, the token, so to speak, of how you identify comment in a Perl script is with this number sign. And whenever the Perl interpreter, or basically the thing inside your computer that runs your Perl code, sees this thing and any characters that follow after it, so maybe you have these random characters over here, Perl will ignore those things, and because that appears as blanks to the interpreter. Let me get this right. It actually says that what the thing that runs Perl says is this is not code. So let me characterize that as Perl interpreter says this is not code. And for now, I'll go in depth later, but for now, all you need to know is that the interpreter is the thing that runs your Perl code. Interpreter runs Perl code. Alright, so what comments would do, just like Perl is a freeform language that you can organize your code to make it look nice with spaces, caps, etc., you can also put in comments to explain what portions of your code does, and you can also use it for testing purposes, like if you think some block of code it has a bug in it, then you can test only that block of code and comment out everything. So comments are actually very, very powerful, and you should use them as often as you can when you're writing your code. So the next thing I want to talk about after comments is a very, very interesting hierarchy. So okay, so what is defined as a statement, which is another computer jargon. a statement is sequences of tokens that make up a command. Let me underline important stuff so that you'll remember. Sequences of tokens that make up a command. Statement. Now, what that does is you can put statements into blocks. Statements, if you put a lot of them together, a lot becomes a block of code. And the block is basically what you see when you what you imagine when you think of computer scientists when they write like huge lines of code. Most of them can be broken down into blocks. So that's a nice hierarchy. And then now I want to talk about something else. So some blocks of code can be organized into subroutines. Blocks. Subroutines. And what a subroutine is, it's a block of code that can be called and used over and over again. This is good so that you don't have to repeatedly write blocks of code, right? You can just use them. If yours is tested and it works, then you can just call your subroutine all the time. And what subroutines organize into a lot of subroutines organize into what is known as a module. And furthermore, if you have a lot of modules, then you can organize a lot of these guys, then you can organize large programs. So, okay, I'm at 9 minutes. I should stop because YouTube limits how much time